What's up, guys? We're live. Theme Park Wizard with the 5 fires. Sound effect. Boom, boom, boom.
Let's do it. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for joining. And we're I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff today. Lots of D23 stuff's coming up. Horror Night stuff is happening in just 2 months. So a lot of cool stuff. Six Flags got some interesting things going on, or some stalled things. So let's start this out with Universal. It's on Universal because they have just a little bit going on. So we'll start there. City Walk, we're thinking a potential rumored Hello Kitty cafe. What do you think?
I think it's a great move. People love Hello Kitty. It's a brand that's, in a sense, 50 years been here, so it's a notable thing. Um, I like that they're gonna, if they do it, at this point it's a rumor or speculation that it's a cafe. I think that's a great addition to City Walk. Because it adds like a new flair to it, like kind of like a fancy
Mm-hmm.
flair to it. That's how I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken. It does suck that we lost that, but it's not like a devastating loss. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with it leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. See, what I was saying on the video I actually made today, I was like, a lot of stores like Hot Topic, it has a cool facade and stuff, but it's cool when downtown Disney and City Walk have stuff that you can only really find there. Can't go
Yeah.
to your local mall and find Hot
Where
Topic and
else are you
stuff.
gonna get a Hello Kitty cafe? I have no idea.
Exactly. I've never been to one. Didn't even know they exist until some lovely people on the stream said they exist in a couple other places. But so this would be super unique. Just like the Nintendo store, there was the real Nintendo store is rumored. That's also unique. So I think it'll be good. And for the Chick Chicken, as much as I did like that, I hope maybe they can spread out just some of the menu items to the restaurants inside the park. That way, we still have Chicken, but at different
Yeah.
restaurants inside the park. So
You know one thing that's kind of crazy is how underutilized City Walk is right now. A lot of stuff never
there's a
reopened.
lot of yeah, that and there's a lot of empty space that
Empty
Fossil across the
spaces.
street that closed and they repainted it, but then nothing came over there.
I wonder what they're waiting for.
Say,
Hotel. I
hopefully,
wonder what they're waiting for.
man, I really want though. I think the biggest dead space, is that Samba spot. There's a big
Nothing.
spot back there. I feel like that'd be a great spot for a a version of the Red Coconut Club, to come out here, like a nice little light life spot that really, because
Hmm.
I don't know, but in the field, unless you're parking in Curious George, I don't really see anyone walking back there for
You
any
don't know it
reason.
exists.
People stop at I see people stop at Cinnabon, and that's it. That's what I do. But
Like
yeah,
I
it's just
feel
kind of
people
dead
don't
back there.
even they don't even know Wetzel Pretzel exists at City Walk. You're like,
You
where's
know,
Wetzel Pretzel? It's there.
it's funny you bring that up because honestly, half the time I forget that it's there, and we
No,
went
for
there.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like yeah. Hopefully there's maybe this is the start of downtown Disney. I was doing a phase thing. Maybe this is the start of a phased filling all the gaps in City Walk plan because we don't have really anything new coming next year
Yeah.
in terms of rides. So hopefully.
I think there will be something going on because Universal's always watching what Disneyland does, and
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland's in a huge renovation of downtown
Mm-hmm.
Disney. So to keep City Walk the way it is, I find it hard to believe that they don't make moves. I hope they do, because it's only good for us, the fans, the guests always attending. It gives us more options from food, entertainment. Because I feel like City Walk was more alive like 2018, 2019 compared to what we have now. It's not the
Yeah, I
same
agree
level.
too. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot more stuff, a lot busier. The poor pandemic really killed a lot of things, and that was fortunately one of them. Oh, apparently there's
Hmm.
a Hello Kitty cafe in the Irvine Spectrum. I never been there, so I don't know, but
That's
that's
really
cool.
far from Hollywood, though.
Yeah, that's mad. That's about halfway to San Diego at that point. But crazy that there's
Yes.
one even over there. But and I heard actually for the Hello Kitty cafe, it seems like, so I know there's the Vegas one, but it's kind of like a pop up. then I know there's like actual like bigger ones. So it seems like there's different versions. I wonder. I feel like City Walk will get the most like flagship elite version because City Walk. So that should be. I think it's like Hello Kitty Grand Cafe. So that
Yeah.
should be pretty cool. But
I
yeah.
I googled the Hello Kitty in Irvine.
Hmm.
I don't use this word very often, but it the first thing I think of is super cute. It's just and City Walk doesn't have cute stuff, so I feel like it's gonna stand out a lot if Hello Kitty Cafe does
Let's see.
come.
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, then yeah, it will definitely draw. And it's funny because, as you said, Hello Kitty has been meeting in the park for a while, but she has really nothing else besides some merch, but no rides,
Yeah.
no restaurants. So clearly, there's some type of partnership that's going on there. So I
Hmm.
think it'll be pretty cool. And then yeah, what do you think about the what is it, the Dong Po, those Asian places there? There was some. I feel like that's where the life kind of starts to get sucked out of City Walk. And it gets picks back up at the theater again. But I
You
feel like
know,
those specific restaurants are not really
yeah.
attended, or yeah.
There's like the sushi one and then Dong
Yeah, and then
Po.
like yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like nothing ever calls my name to go to these restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Even honestly, even what's the shrimp place called again?
A Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump. From Bubba Gump to Dong Po, like nothing calls my name. I'd rather go to NBC Sports Grill. There's
Yeah.
just
Well, at
no
least with
appeal for
Bumba
me.
Gump, the
Yeah.
at least the Bubba Gump though, luckily that adds some like life with the outdoor seating and the neon signs. But even with the Asian spots, there's no really outdoor seating, and it's kind of like modernist, but there's no like everywhere has like a neon like type sign, and there's kind of like a modern kind of like a like Aria Vegas vibe going on there, and it just doesn't, I don't think it
Yeah.
really fits there
It
because
doesn't
it
feel
just
theme park.
sucks.
I think that's the
Yeah, it feels like the New Orleans, the new Jazz Kitchen at the downtown Disney, the bay, that
yeah.
type of vibe, which is no good.
Yeah, I have no interest to go to the new Jazz Kitchen, just at all. I'm going
Yeah,
to Din
it's
Tai
just
Fung. I'm dropping some money at Disney, downtown Disney. I'm going to Din Tai Fung, like for sure.
exactly, especially because that whole area. What do you think of the new security spot over there? I think that looks great. The new the
No,
restrooms,
they
the
did
whole
a
west
great
end over
job.
there.
I
Like,
get like a Palm Springs vibe.
yeah,
That's how I feel.
exactly.
It's a nice
I,
change for downtown Disney.
I feel like that's what that Cotino story living place is gonna look like. Just a whole bunch of that.
Yeah, I could see that. And then there's a new dirt field on the other side of that security from Disneyland,
Yeah.
like the Sorcerer Mickey had of the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland Hotel, to ESPN. Danny was saying he thinks that it's going to be a security that's kind of more based for hotel guests. You heard anything
I
about that?
think so, because I did see some permits filed for like a new like smaller security for. I think it
Also,
is
so
really
there
just for
is.
hotel guests.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be like the probably in the same style, but like it'll be like kind of a hotel only, or if you're just coming to that area.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know ESPN Zone, that stuff. Now this is kind of wrapping up. I mean, you could Parkside Market, but that's like it. You think we'll get some announcements or some kind of phase two for that ESPN Zone area or D23? I think they're just gonna let it wait till everything's done.
I feel like they're gonna wait. I feel like they're gonna wait. Yeah, D23 is a weird one, and the reason I
Mm-hmm.
say it's a weird one because all the other like the things that are being at the Honda Center are 2 hours, but
Mm-hmm.
parks and experiences an hour and a half. That kind of
Yeah,
threw
that's
me out. I'm like,
weird.
if any of these need to be 3 hours, it's that one,
It's the
and
parks,
they're making it
exactly.
shorter.
Yeah. So,
I
but
don't think there's time for a downtown Disney conversation.
yeah,
Yeah, or maybe like downtown Disney stuff. It will be kind of like a Parks blog for the 70th or something. Stuff like
mhm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, so you did mention it. You're right, it's shorter. And they also mentioned, I don't know if you caught it, it said musical performances. Now I know they have musical performances all the time. It just I worry because remember the last time, as great as Princess and the Frog and the music is, they took up like a whole like 20 minutes talking about Princess and the Frog in the last Parks Expo, and I'm looking at the time, like announcements are where are they going, and we didn't get any. Does that make you a little bit nervous at the short runtime about what type of they made? I mean, they'll definitely announce some things, but does it make you a little bit nervous that maybe it's not going to be as great as maybe hyped up, or
Yeah, no, I'm
going to
super
rapid fire
nervous.
announcements?
I'm super nervous. There's no way to be confident about anything. Going
Mm-hmm.
into D23, I've been through I guess you could say like 6 years of these D23s or 7 years of these
Mm-hmm.
D23s, and as exciting as they are, they're as disappointing. As weird as that sounds.
I totally get
Because
it.
yeah, it's these G23s have not had a good track record of following through with what gets shown, what gets talked about,
Mhm.
um, and the rumblings that I'm hearing uh, is that there's a lot of focus on Disney Cruise Line. And I feel like for a lot of people, that's not what they want to hear at all. But
Yeah.
now that I've been kind of more of a Disney Cruise Line like fan, I would love to hear Disney Cruise Line, but
Mhm.
I don't know if the majority of Disney fans is that even something they want to hear about. Because honestly, they could probably go an hour into Tokyo's cruise line that's coming.
Mhm.
I would love to hear an hour conversation of that. It's gonna be the best cruise line we've ever seen, in my opinion.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope I mean, because I did hear like maybe some rumors was it from Ice Chat or someone that they want to kind of amp up their West Coast cruise lines. Did you hear that too?
Yeah, there's a big rumbling that it might be like a San Diego permanent cruise.
See,
So,
that would be nice. That
and
would
I
encourage
think
me to
that's a
do it
great
more often
idea.
because it's down the street from us, you know?
Yeah, and I felt the wrath of this because last year we did a Halloween cruise,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanted to then do a Christmas cruise, but in San Diego, there's no Disney cruise lines that went beyond May. So
Oh,
this whole second
wow.
half of the year, there's nothing. So there is a void. I think there is a void. Um, yeah, there's been some rumblings that the new cruise that would come to San Diego would
Mm-hmm.
actually be a new ship. It wouldn't be one of these old ships and
Ooh,
stay here
wow.
permanently. It'd
That'd
be a
be
brand new
nice.
ship. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know
I
what? I
feel
definitely take that.
I feel like the majority of Disney fans don't want to hear none of this. They don't care. They want parts. They want the
You know,
parts.
yeah. See, and that's why exactly it should be like 2 hours because you can spend 30 minutes on the
Dude,
cruise line and an
this
hour and
should
a half
be
on other
three
stuff.
hours. 3 hours.
Yeah, it should be. It really should be the longest cruise. It should be like, I know people getting hyped up because D23 has like, movies and stuff and the show floor, but I think we all gotta admit, at least for us fans, the parks panel is like the star of the show. There, you know.
Do you think if they go into Avatar Land and the ride, is that enough? Is that enough, or
You
we need
know,
more
as,
meat on the bone? What do you? Because and I say is that enough because Disneyland Forward just happened. Like, you know
mhm.
what I mean?
uh, something will be really honestly, something will be enough to me if they just announce like a start date. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that would
it
be
could be
game
one
changer.
thing and the start date. I'll be happy. You know, I'd much rather that than like five things with just some
With
concept art and we
nothing.
don't know when it's happening. Yeah, yeah. So I don't even the Avengers e-ticket, just a start date, and they don't say any start date for Avatar, I'll still be happy. I'm like, please
Yeah,
something, because right now after Tiana's, you don't know what's coming next. It's
yeah.
literally a mystery. So I'm like,
Do you
start
think the
date.
big dirt field in Critter Country is a setup, like infrastructure wise, to expand beyond Critter Country in a Disneyland Forward?
I've heard that, and it makes the most sense because why would you have to, you might as well get, even if you don't plan to do it like now, like the actual expansion, why close it again later, because
I
like
know it
that would
doesn't
be
make
such a huge,
sense.
yeah, you might as well. And also, the way Disney can spread, it'd be smart to spread the money around because why not put some extra money to the Critter Country project and use it for Disneyland Forward so you have more money to spend on the actual attractions or the actual land
Hmm.
later instead of this actual expansion. They're already ripping up the ground, already doing the utilities. I'm sure, even if they don't say it, I'm sure it's definitely some prep for expansion. I'm sure, and when the walkways are back open, I feel like they'll be a little bit wider. I feel like they'll be like, it's increased guest flow. I definitely think there's going to be some prep for Disneyland Forward, even if the
Yeah.
expansion may not start now. Why not? Why do it twice?
Or
I
just get the
think do it early.
electrical, plumbing, just
Yeah,
get things set
because
up. It's
then
the
they can
future.
just it can be just ready to go. So
Yeah.
definitely things, and I feel like may start doing the same thing in Pixar Pier for that side.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm really curious if Disneyland are they committed enough to expand beyond Disneyland Drive? Like, I'm really curious, like beyond Pixar Pier or beyond Tiana's. Like, I
Mhm.
wonder if they really want to go like that, because if they do, this is like the best news ever for us Disneyland fans.
Yeah, and they better
Be-
because they keep
because
talking up
uh,
all this money and all this stuff. They better be
yeah,
committed. Like,
and I was gonna say, because at this point we're getting new stuff. We're not losing or
mhm,
reimagining. It's brand new.
exactly.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you have so much like land back there. It's just an empty lot. No, you do whatever you want. It'd be silly to really, because they just keep saying they have all this money and turbocharge this, turbocharge that. It's time to like prove it. Like
Yeah, but
prove
we
it.
want to see construction. We want to see it.
Exactly. And then of course you heard your Tomorrowland rumor. Hey,
What
even
do
if
you think
that
about
happens,
that? I haven't heard your thoughts on that. What do you think?
that interesting. So we got Autopia 1000 that confirmed 2026, right? I think honestly, let's see. Star Tours, they just got new scenes, so I do think that will stay. Space Mountain's getting a refurbishment. I think part of the reason they're getting the refurbishment early is because maybe want to keep it open for that renovation. But anything to change anything there, even if it's like a multi-phase thing, I think it's great because I can't stand looking at that concept art every time I go to Disneyland. Sitting on the wall, even if they just did
that
the entrance, that's fine. Like,
that concept
something.
art staying there at the entrance of Tomorrowland has been stupid. It makes no sense. It's like
Yeah.
this is something we dreamed about, but we are not ready, and it might take 4 years before we do anything. It's just
And then I just hate how Disney they trolled us. Remember when it was getting faded and
oh,
people
it was
started pointing it
ugly
out,
looking.
and then they just ripped it and put a new one. Like, wait, that's not what we want. That's not what we were
Yeah.
saying here. They just totally trolled us, and that was stupid. So if they just do that and something else, honestly, I'm good with Disneyland. I'm good. I'm good. Honestly, what I want, like, I wish I'd work on things simultaneously again, like Avengers and Avatar at the same time, but I don't
Well,
know if
you,
I'd like to do
you
that
know what I
anymore.
keep saying, and I wish I could ask somebody that like is in the field. Did Epic Universe steal all the good construction companies? Because those are
Could
like
be.
long-term contracts, and they're in
Mhm.
Florida, so it's not so easy to be like, let's move these heavy machinery to somewhere else. Like, they're all in Florida. Like, I
That
really
is
wonder if
true.
that affected Disney in the long haul.
I'm curious because, but I don't know. It's still slow before. I don't know, man. It's
It's a good
that
question
would
to
be a
ask
good.
because
Yeah,
uh,
I feel like
I,
maybe definitely in Orlando it could have impacted
yeah,
things.
that's why the
Yeah,
communicores and all that, no
yeah,
fountains in Epcot, all that,
yeah,
or Tron taking forever, causing rewind.
yeah. So
Man, it's crazy.
I but then I don't know. I feel like shoot, hire construction companies out of the country. I don't do
I
something,
know.
but because I mean, even so, I mean, let's see. Universal has a lot of projects going on. Unless they're just literally hogging all the construction companies from all states. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy. But
yeah. Well, when you think about too, the construction company that's on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift,
mhm.
it seems like they've locked them up for at least like 3 or 4 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think they use that construction for all their projects. So even if they start something else, they'll probably just switch over From they probably just switched. Like I bet you some of those people switched from Nintendo just straight over to Fast and
Just yeah,
Like,
they're not even they're like,
you're
we don't
not
want to let you
leaving.
go. And once you finish Fast and Furious, we need you to take out Simpsons.
Exactly, because one of the construction people, there's a subscribe here. He was on Nintendo, then he went over to the Harry Potter locker. So I mean, he's just all over just
Ah,
Universal. So I do
those
think
Harry
they're trying
Potter
to lock
lockers
him
came
in.
out really nice.
You know, I agree. There's only one complaint I have, and it's just so small.
What
But
is? I want to hear it.
it's just so small. Like the lockers themselves, they're like vertical, and I feel like you can't put anything in them.
Yeah,
But
it's true.
the theming looks great, and the congestion is so much better. It was horrible before. Oh my goodness, especially because I worked in 2018. I worked over there, and when it's working the lockers, it was so
You can't walk
overwhelming.
in there. You can't walk
It
in
was
there.
terrible. Terrible.
And
So
it's funny because
then
that space is like exit and entrance all in one at all
I
times.
know
Yeah.
exit entrance and a gift shop. Like, oh my god, too much.
That locker had to been an afterthought when they built everything because it should have not been like that. It should have been more streamlined. Kind of how like Velocicoaster, it's like one side, or even Tron, one side's entrance, one side's closed. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the Universal lawyers got in the way at the end. Said, "Excuse me, well, no, wait a second. You need to put some lockers in here." And
Yeah. Where do we put the lockers?
quick afterthought. Okay, just put them over here. Oh, we lost him, and he's back. Oh, we lost him, and we lost him again. But it's okay. While we wait for him to get back, let's get to some of your comments. Smash that like button for the wizard. Don't forget to
There we
subscribe.
go.
He's back. But yeah, maybe get a cinnamon roll.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
Oh my gosh. I got booted. I got a phone call.
Oh,
Let me
popular.
see.
All right. He's back and better than ever.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It's so weird on my end. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
All right. I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know.
I got a phone
At
call.
first-
It just like booted me out.
yeah, see, I thought your phone
Let me see
died.
if
I
I
was like,
get on
oh
the
no,
headphones.
man. Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's so weird.
But yeah, I know. I was like, oh no, his phone died. And I was like, no, great. But okay.
No.
But yeah, so
I wonder if I think I'm gonna exit and come back in.
okay. Sounds good. He's coming back. While we have this technical difficulty break, please ask your questions. Ask away. Because oh shoot. While we have some comments here. Oh yeah. No, you can go ask questions whenever you want. Sorry, I should have specified. But yes, you can ask questions as we're talking. Ask as many questions as you want. We'll both answer your questions when he comes back. Here he comes. But yeah, ask away.
There we go.
Hello. Oh, back and better than ever. Oh, he's muted. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's muted.
No.
Oh, now he's back.
All right. You can't hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can hear you too. Now. I got a phone call. It just like messed it up.
That's crazy.
All right.
Okay. Question here. Is there any horror movie HHN can use next year that basically uses everything? I'm confused. Is there any horror movie HHN can use next year that basically use everything?
Like, is there anything left? I think that's what there's that person.
Oh, like any IP. Oh, yeah, I mean,
well, Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy, those are like the ones that stand out right away.
oh yeah, maybe Long Legs. I don't know.
I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen it?
I haven't. I hear mixed reviews on it. I hear some it's really good and some where it's like suspenseful. But
Yeah. Did you watch Quiet Place Day One?
I'm seeing that tomorrow with my cousin, so
Okay, okay. Can't wait to
I'm
hear
getting ready.
it.
Have you
I
seen
didn't
it?
like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Oh yes, that's right. You did make it to you did. So I've never seen any Quiet Place movies.
Oh.
So I'm gonna watch this one. Then I guess I should watch the other ones because the house is based off one and two. So
Hmm.
to know what I'm doing, I should probably watch. Did you like? What was your favorite one? Have you seen all of them?
The first one for sure, but two's really good as well.
Oh, good.
This one just took the storyline in a whole different direction. So it's like, it's just, yeah, it's just different.
And they can speak, right? So it's basically like a loud place.
Yeah, this one's a loud place for sure. It's so weird. Yeah, it's very different. Very different.
Interesting. And see, yes, I used to work at both Disneyland and Universal. Good time. I think I liked working at Universal a little more actually, but Disneyland was cool too. But so Horror Nights, a lot of houses announced, a couple left to announce. Which of the ones that are announced, which one is your most anticipated so far?
I think Monstros is probably number one for me right now.
Hmm.
Um, and then Dead Exposure. I'm really looking forward to Dead Exposure.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
that's a really good one.
I'll put third Ghostbusters, and then Quiet Place is last. That like
I'm curious how they do the sign language. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and then I forgot Insidious is now announced, like officially.
Hmm.
I'll put Insidious third. So I'd say Monstros, Dead Exposure, Insidious, Ghostbusters, and then Quiet Place last.
Yeah, see, mine
That's like my
is
that's like
let's
my high
see.
list. What about you?
I like let's see. I like Monstros. I remember it's funny last year when we went through Monstros the first time, there was like no one there and they got better and
Yeah.
better each time. So I think Monstros 2 will be pretty cool. I in City oh Dead Exposure, from what heard about it, I'm it's just bumped up my list because it seems like super intense.
Hmm.
I like the Insidious facade looks fantastic, so I'm really curious
Yeah.
about that one. And Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters is interesting. I like the theming of it. I know it's not scary, so I guess I'm not expecting it to be. But I like the theming of it. I just remember walking through it last year and being like, "Oh, it's not scary," even though I don't know why I didn't expect it to be. So I guess kind of lower on my list, but I'm excited for the theming and atmosphere of that one. It's based on the new movies, right, or the old
Yeah,
movies?
it's based on the new, and then with some nostalgia thrown in it, pretty much.
Gosh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, good. I've never been like a humongous Ghostbuster fan, but I feel like it's gonna be enjoyable. And the scare actor I talked to a while back was like, "Hey, if it's Frozen Empire, it's gonna be a nice maze to do in this heat." Because we're
Oh,
starting
true.
earlier than
Yeah,
ever, so I look at it like that. Hey, it's gonna be nice to cool off in there, you
true.
know. Yeah, if it's
Oh, yeah.
cold in there, it's a win. I don't even care if it's a bad maze; it's a win.
And then I guess the Quiet Place would be after that. And then we got two more left, right? Terror Tram and then one more house.
Two
No, two more
houses.
houses.
It's the
Two
one,
houses and
actually three houses. Voice
three houses. Oh yeah, the
soundstage,
monsters.
soundstage 12 behind Transformer, and then outside of behind Transformer.
That's right. That's right. So what do you think is going in Soundstage 12?
Everyone keeps saying the weekend. Uh,
That's what I've been hearing too. But then I heard
I
some people say monsters, but then I hear the weekends. I don't know.
you're talking about soundstage 12 behind Transformers or by the voice?
The voice.
Oh, the voice. I keep hearing Universal Monsters.
Yeah,
Um,
that one. That's why I keep hearing monsters for that one.
I forgot his name. Somebody in the morning, I like responded to it. They were saying that it's going to be like Dracula's wife and daughters. Or did you see that
Oh
today?
yeah, theme park Parker, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it got on
it's
my
like
feed
a whole
today, and I
bunch
was.
of like female monsters
It's like
storyline.
female monsters versus female monsters. That's kind of how I read it.
Interesting.
I'm just glad Universal Monsters getting a soundstage. I think whatever's going to come, it seems like it has a high budget, so it's exciting. It's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, I definitely like the soundstage mazes more than or houses more than the tent ones because they just feel so much more grand and I feel like easily to control the settings inside the soundstage
Yeah,
versus the maze. But I'm very excited for the weekend because that's still one of my all-time favorite houses I've ever walked through. I had such a great
yeah, it
time the
was
first
fun.
time on the weekend. Like
I
I
I
can't wait.
enjoy just hearing his music in the queue. Also,
I know.
I
I
feel like
actually
that's
got the whole
underrated.
album based
Yeah,
on the
it's
music.
underrated how fun that was. Because
Hmm.
I remember waiting for Chucky. When you have to wait an hour to 2 hours listening to that
Hmm.
stupid Chucky
On repeat.
Esplanade
Oh my
or
god.
the Chucky facade music and
Yeah.
audio, it was I felt like that was more scary than the
Over and over.
maze. Oh,
It really was.
it was
Scary
brutal.
to your ears. But yeah, the weekend, and they did little remix to his music videos, and that was a really cool cue. So we got a couple questions for us. We got what are your thoughts and opinions on Busch Gardens and Dollywood? Busch Gardens, I've never been to either, but they look great. They look highly themed. Busch Gardens has some animals. I love animals in theme parks. Dollywood is definitely a top must do for me because uh, Dolly Parton's a sweetheart, but they have some great dark rides and stuff and coasters. So, what are your
Yeah.
opinions?
I don't know much about Busch Gardens. Um, is Busch Gardens in Tampa? That's the one in Tampa or
Yeah, they
Florida?
have
Okay,
Tampa
I've
and
been to
they have
that
one
one
in
then.
Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Busch Gardens Tampa. I thought it was awesome. Very awesome. Uh, it kind of felt like a Knott's Berry Farm with a zoo. That's like the feel you get
Hmm.
there.
That's what it
uh,
seems like.
Dollywood looks like an incredible theme park. It looks like somebody who doesn't mind pumping money into her theme park, and you could tell, especially during the seasons, Dollywood's incredible. I hope to visit one year. I don't know when, but it's definitely on my to-do list.
And then see. Question for Mondo. How would you feel if Universal made Anime Land? Oh, I get this all the time. This question at Epic Universe and use Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Attack on Titan as attractions.
That land, it would get people to travel from all around the world. Uh, humongous fan bases on all of that. It would be really cool to see a United States Universal pump money into anime, because
Hmm.
in internationally, Universal pumps money into anime all the time. They're doing Halloween Horror
Hmm.
Nights, anime's included in it, like back to back
Yeah,
years
which
now.
actually that sounds pretty cool. Actually, like a Demon Slayer house. Like,
Yeah, it just the merch. I just think about the merch too. It'd be fun. Yeah, I would love for anime to come to Epic Universe. I think it would be appropriate. It's pretty epic to me to see that come to life.
yeah. What do you think about the merch for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood this year? It seems a little on the weaker side than like
Yeah,
last year, for example.
I saw more merch arrive today. I think it was Crystal and Chris posted more today. And it's like we're getting more Florida merch than Hollywood based stuff. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. My okay, there we go.
I feel like
Okay, sorry, the Wi-Fi.
I'm like on the sidelines. I'm on the sidelines. I
Hmm.
haven't bought nothing. Nothing has called my name, and um, I don't know. I think it's just weird that we're getting Florida merch when we're in Hollywood. Like, I think it's
Oh,
cool that we're
that is
getting their
true.
merch, but
Hmm.
don't give Hollywood merch the back seat. I want Hollywood merch.
That is true. And
Yeah,
hey, maybe helping the next couple of houses will have some cool designs and cool stuff. But
yeah. I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything.
yeah, me neither so far. I did see the 60th anniversary merch. I noticed is on discount now. The popcorn price is only $30, which sucks because I have one over here for $45.
Wait, it went down to 30 now?
Yeah, $29.99 as of like yesterday.
Wow. What was the high mark for that? 45 or something?
Yeah,
It
like
was up there.
45 or so. Yeah, it was high. I
Yeah,
got this
damn,
baby over
30.
here at the
That
high mark.
that bucket's gonna be like $20 soon. I already know it.
I
That's
know.
that's
Goodness,
why
keep waiting.
I want to buy a lot of that 60th anniversary studio tour stuff, but I know for a fact that it's going to go on discount. So that's why I'm waiting.
Mhm.
I want the
Yeah, but
sweater and a
wait till
couple
like
t-shirts.
August 10th, and then it'll be like free, basically.
90% off. Hey,
Yeah,
all this merch you're seeing right now at Horror Nights Hollywood, it's all going to be 90% off. I don't know. People are not buying it.
that you
I
know
don't see nobody wearing it.
that's my favorite time to actually buy the merch. When like I've gotten that Chucky shirt from last year for like $7 because I got it when it was like 70% off.
Can't
Like
beat it.
great, and it was so cool. But what's about what else we got on Horror Nights? Oh yes, we got the Purge show probably coming back. Yes, I like that show.
I
I wouldn't
loved it.
mind. Like that was great. I really like what they went there with the blood and have the blood squirting. I thought that was fantastic and
Yeah,
something you really can't find anywhere else.
I hope they add. It's a rumor, but that they add more to it and have the
Mhm.
airplane be involved. The big
Oh,
airplane
that would be
explosion.
really cool.
It just makes
Yeah.
sense. It's just
Mhm.
craziness, explosions. It's I love it. The Perch show was awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I will say though, I hope Universal can bring back Jabberwockies with the Perch show. So double whammy. I don't know how they could do it, but I kind of miss the
I
Jabberwockies a little
mean,
bit.
I guess they can perform. Technically, can perform in the DreamWorks Theater. I mean, there's a big stage in front of those seats. I
Yeah,
mean,
they could turn like
good
the
old Jabberwocky.
screen into part of the show. It could be cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could actually be a cool Jabberwocky show because I thought they got felt a little tired. But if a new location, I think it would. I like him again.
Yeah,
Because I guess they aren't bad. It was just the same thing. So, but yeah,
yeah.
new location plus some new technology, I think it'll really help out. And the theater, what's the rumor for that? I heard there's something new coming there. Not what we had
I
last year,
don't
but something
know.
different.
Yeah, the theater. I have no idea. It's a curveball. Um, for me, I feel like I've stopped trying to dig so deep in everything, and I'm just like
You'll be
I don't want to spoil
surprised.
it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil everything. So that's where I've been. We're so close to Midsummer Scream. That's why too.
I know it's like 2 weeks. Are you going?
Yeah, hell yeah. Midsummer is gonna be great.
Yeah, last year
Honestly,
was great.
for me, most anticipated thing is Fright Fest. It's just
You
because of all
know,
the IPs they dropped. What do they got
mhm,
left to announce? It's
I
very
know. I'm
interesting.
so curious. I remember last year when I went and sat in the Fright Fest panel, the thing was like half empty, and I'm like, oh man, no one
Yeah,
likes this thing.
they
And
had you guys sitting on like couches. That was
yeah,
nobody expected nothing big out of Fright Fest.
and
Nobody.
I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh my god, and then I went to Horror Nights one, and I was like, that was cool, but I'm like, I kind of came out feeling the Fright Fest presentation was a little bit better, only
Well,
because
they
they had
brought
some
out
crazy
scare
seats.
actors and
Yeah,
stuff. It was just
I was like,
cool.
dang, Six Flags. Now I'm curious, with the merger going through. How do you think that affects Fright Fest? Do you think they'll get like a higher budget or the same budget,
Yeah.
or and
No,
not Scary Farm? Do you think that'll be lower, weaker, or stronger, or the same?
it really sounds like Fright Fest has a way bigger budget than they've ever had. It really feels that
Mhm.
way. Um, I don't know about Scary Farm, like what's going to happen out there, but Fright Fest, they've already kind of played their hand and they're doing big things. Do they deliver? Who freaking knows? But it's an interesting year. It gives us another event to have
Mhm.
something to look forward to. So it's good all around. We got a Horror Nights, a Fright Fest, a Scary Farm,
Mhm.
Dark Harbors, and it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
the Fright Fest IP mazes, they're pretty decent, especially for the other mazes at Six Flags. I was like, oh wow, this is actually like pretty decent. I was impressed. The
I
last
think we got the
saw on
best.
Conjuring.
Six Flags Magic Mountain, I think, has the best IP lineup from any Fright
Hmm.
Fest.
Hmm. I agree. Yeah, because should be exciting. Because do we know what start date for that one? Is it September
uh,
13th?
God, it's so many days to remember these days. I think
I
they
know.
start a
Then
little
it
bit
usually starts like a
later.
week after. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
week or so after Four Nights usually. I think probably mid September. Oh, and
Fright
my your opinion, what
Fest.
theme park? has the best music? Huh.
Fright Fest, September 7th. Wow,
Oh wow! So it's
that
earlier.
that has to be the earliest Fright Fest has ever
That's the
started.
same day as Horror Nights. Oh wow! Oh, they're really going head to
For
head. This
real? No way. Halloween Horror Nights?
yeah, they're
Damn, they're
going like
starting
they're
on the
taking
set.
them on.
Oh no. Horror Nights, September 5th.
Okay, so a couple days earlier. Hmm, yeah,
Wow.
so super
Big
close.
week. That's a big week right there. Holy
Yeah, no
smokes.
sleep week. We'll be up till 3 a.m. each day.
Ah,
Wow. Yeah. And see, which theme park has the best music? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I feel like Disney. I think Disney has some
yeah,
good music.
it's
Yeah,
Disneyland.
Disney.
For me, it's Disneyland, and it's not even close.
Yeah, Disneyland has like because they have this, it really
Disneyland
immersive.
has Disneyland band. They got a band playing
Yeah,
together.
no, that yeah.
Universal
So
can't touch that.
yeah, and that's not. Gosh, I guess Knott's has music, but I don't. How come I go to Knott's? I feel like I don't hear any music. I know they have some, but
Yeah,
I guess it's not iconic enough to remember. I
yeah, I
don't
know.
feel like anything. Speaking of Knott's though, Camp Snoopy. Have you been? Oh, you went. You went to the media day or the opening day.
Yeah, it was a disappointing day to go media day, but there's been a lot of improvements, and
Oh, good.
I hope they don't skimp out and not give that reimagining of Camp Snoopy the love it needs. But from what I've experienced and keep seeing, improvements keep happening, so it's a good sign. It's a very good sign for Camp Snoopy.
Oh my goodness. Have you been on on the stuff that was open, like the coaster or the train? Have you been on it?
I didn't even try. I saw so many people get denied of the coaster because they didn't fit the
Oh, because of the
Timber Twister.
yeah.
I was like, this dude's way smaller than me. I'm not gonna fit. But it looks like fun from a kid perspective. It looks like the kids are having a blast.
Yeah.
That ride is like an hour long always, so people want to do it. It's a good addition.
Yeah, I love the theming and the other thing, the Timberline Twister looked like it kind of hurt. So I'm glad this one's nice and modern because that
Yeah,
looked like the
nobody.
other
I've
one will
heard
break your
nobody
back.
say you're right about that. That the other one hurt. The old one hurt. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, it looked like you're like you're just gonna zoop. I'm like, oh, okay.
Uh,
Like, mm,
I just hope the meet and greet aspect comes back to Camp Snoopy because I feel like that's a big driver of like why you go to Camp Snoopy. You can meet Snoopy.
mm.
There's no Snoopy right
I
now.
know. I feel like, hopefully, I feel like that'll be the next thing. They'll get that rock area done because it didn't seem like there was too much to it. So I feel like that
Nothing. Yeah.
that should that's done. Resident Evil. Do you think next Universal will do Resident Evil? I don't know. Wait.
Uh,
What do we have last? Oh, we had Evil Dead Rise last year. I was like, did we want to do that? But as
I think
all
they've
these names sound the
done.
same.
I think they've done Resident Evil like Scare Zone or something, but I would welcome Resident Evil. I feel like it's a good property that has a lot to work with, like to bring to a Halloween Horror Night house.
Hmm.
Um, it's just.
Who owns that?
I think
What
it's Sony,
studio?
right?
Ah, I think so. Yeah,
Resident
I don't know.
Resident Evil. Who owns it? Capcom. So it's
Hmm,
Capcom.
interesting. Okay. Well, hopefully, yeah, then maybe they'll make a deal. Because
Yeah, I don't know if Capcom has come to Horror Nights.
oh, yeah. But yeah. That's a cool franchise though. I do like the games and the I think there's like a TV show or movie. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I don't know. No, know what a cool Horror Nights maze would be. Honestly, I want a Jurassic dinosaur maze,
Yeah, no, I
man. A
do.
whole bunch.
You already work with Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, like in the
Mm-hmm.
theme park. Just bring it to Horror Nights. It would be
And
really good.
the,
The
and they can put it in the Jurassic World extended queue, and the odds will be
Oh
right
my
there.
god. You could do the
Ah,
ride, you could do the bar, the cafe.
yeah.
It's like, dude, it'd be a dream come true if that happened.
Like imagine a big blue puppets going. I'm like,
You know where they
ooh.
should put the Jurassic Park maze? At the Voice. It's the perfect
Oh
spot.
yeah, it's because it's right there, and it's a massive sound
Just this
stage.
whole corner is just
Yeah.
dinosaurs and Halloween Horror Night.
And then they can have they can bring Blue from Raptor Encounter, just have her walking around, and the queue and the sound stage. Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe they at that
Come
if they
on,
ever
universe.
did that, they could introduce like different dinosaurs, like a dinosaur scare zone. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that'd be yeah, that would be nice. I think
or they
that's such a good idea. I don't know why they haven't done
or
it yet.
they could go like a cooler route and have like a DJ playing like I don't know, dubstep music, and then have like the
Mhm.
Raptors dancing in the front, like that one viral video.
That'd
So
be great.
it's like a Raptor dance party at the lower lot. That'd be cool.
That'd actually be super cool. And then they can do like a little remix of the Jurassic World theme, like boom, boom, boom,
Uh,
boom.
yeah,
Ah,
so
that'd
it's
be
like
great.
not necessarily we're gonna scare you, but like we're just all having fun.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
actually
cool.
that'd
That'd be
be pretty
cool.
fun. That'd be that'd be fun. Oh, good question here. So, do you like clones basically, or do you like unique attractions between the parks?
I love clones. But like not everything needs to be cloned, but some things I feel should.
Hmm.
Like honestly, I would love Velocicoaster to come over here. It's just so damn good.
That'd be a good clone. Or
Yeah,
Hagrid's. I'd love Hagrid's.
yeah,
Oh
Hagrid's
man.
too. There's I would never complain. Like the one that I'm still sad got cloned is Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is a perfect example
Yeah.
of it should have been two different things. Just two
Hmm.
different things. And you travel for this one, you travel for that one. I don't know.
Now, but actually, speaking of Galaxy Edge and Star Wars in general, yeah, obviously Universal, like with Harry Potter, they have 3 different Harry Potter lands and stuff. Do you think Disney should do that? I think that'd be a cool idea. Like for Avatar, right? You have uh, across like Disney World, you have 4 parks, so make an Avatar. I don't know why Avatar wouldn't fit in those parks, but like have a different area, land, or like Star Wars land. The next expansion planet could be like Tatooine or some different planet,
Yeah.
like Universal's with Harry Potter. What do you think about that?
I love that idea. Anytime it's expansion, I'm all for it. I love it. I love theme parks expanding on story of existing things. I just hate it when we lose stuff to get other stuff. Keep
Yeah,
it. Like I
yeah.
still kind of wish down inside we had the shows, but they put the Fast and Furious somewhere else. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
an addition,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Uh,
Honestly, God, if the sound stage or voice stage, instead of tearing it down or whatever they want to do with it, they could just repurpose that into an actual like theater
yeah,
and
use it
with
for
a park.
shows.
Yeah, put like special effects back there, or some other Born or whatever, some new show back there,
I'm still
and
shocked, Theme Park Wizard, the those offices that got built behind the voice soundstage. I'm
mhm.
still shocked that all of that wasn't just theme park expansion. It's shocking.
Yeah, I know it's interesting. Although I guess
Like
some of it does go into a hill, but it is kind of like right there,
it's just
and that
prime
would
real
be
estate for more theme park. It really is.
mhm. Yeah, which
They're just
well,
that
I guess
important.
now we
Whatever
can
whatever those buildings are going to
yeah
be, it's that important.
which I guess now they can push into those stages, hopefully behind the mummy over there, because those are pretty
Yeah.
old. And there's new ones. And so what I'd still want that to be a Dark Universe 2 or something over not like maybe not the exact thing, but I'd say refurbish the mummy, right? And like
All
really make it cool, and then add that and make it part of a large Dark Universe area because the mummy's a monster, so he'd fit.
yeah.
And
Honestly, everything on the lower lot on the right side can
mhm,
just be demolished and bring in the future.
exactly. Mhm,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
It's sad to say
yeah.
to see the mummy go, but like we're good. Universal's on
Mhm.
another level now compared to back then.
I know, so it's so interesting to see the difference. I always have to explain to people that have been there a long time, like, look, so this is new Universal, and this here is old Universal. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, see the difference? Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, Life of
Yeah.
Pets is new, and Mummy's is old. So if you see the difference in the quality, like, oh yeah, yeah, I see it.
And I feel like Universal made that decision to be more creative with Secret Life of Pets. Like that was the
Oh
first,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was a big move in regards to dark ride, new
Mm-hmm.
technology,
And the
bringing,
queue. I mean, like,
yeah, the
just
queue,
not
that's
to
really
use
cool
like
too.
instead of using stanchions and poles, like the furniture, like how brilliant, it makes it look
Yeah,
nicer.
it's super cool.
There's animatronics in there. I think it's like one of the only
Yeah, that
Universal queues
too.
with
The
animatronics. Like,
literally animatronic in the queue.
and I must say, like, it would open in 2021. So I mean, like keeping the animatronics, they seem pretty well maintained. For a dark ride with like so many of them. There's not many. Like sometimes they're out for refurbishment, but they're not like not working too often. Like compared to like some of
It's
the
not
Disney old.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Hopefully ours is. I've heard maybe like humidity is a problem with the sensors over there. So hopefully our Tiana will be much
It's kind of
better.
hard, the cars that were dealt for Florida, because how do you really test those animatronics for the conditions without
Mm-hmm.
them being there in the ride and the heat?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how those things hold up, because I remember back then I was like, they can't even keep the other animatronics, the old ones, refurbished and working, and
Mm-hmm.
now we're gonna go way more complicating. And like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's like, does Tiana's hold up like 10 years from now? I'm really curious. I'm really curious.
Are you of the belief, the theory that Tiana's was kind of made for designed for Disneyland, but just kind of like shoehorned into Disney World's version?
I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to
Mm-hmm.
believe it. And I feel like a lot of that has more to do with all the, like, the whole concept of, like, there's so much dark space and unused
Mm-hmm.
space in Tiana's and Walt Disney World. Um, well, why is there those spaces? Um,
Mm-hmm.
because it was built for Disneyland. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah, because ours is much more compact. So I feel like I definitely think ours would be like better, just even in that sense. There won't be as many dark spaces. Also, we have that indoor. I'm very curious to see what's in that new scene. Where they enclose the drop of the slip and falls. I'm curious if it's just projection mapping fireflies. If there's like a new animatronic, maybe something different from Florida. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, curious about that one. And I'm also curious about that piece of concept art with Naveen. Remember him in the boat? It's not in Florida's version, but that was like the only piece of concept art that used Disneyland style logs. So I'm curious if that's like a Disneyland specific scene versus
I
Florida.
keep hearing that concept art was crazy talk. Like
Really?
animatronics in the water.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
You know, but to say it can be done, because Jurassic World does it, right? Animatronics in the
Yeah.
water. But
you know,
yeah, I hope it does come to life. But I heard it's crazy talk. Those are like the things I've heard. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because the we didn't get the boat, unfortunately, on the top of the first, that first piece of beautiful
The
concept
first
art.
concept art of
Gorgeous.
Tiana's is like, I wish that would have came to life. I really
Mm,
do, because
yeah.
it had like a more magical aspect to it. It was
Mhm.
Mama
And I like
Odie's
how it would have
tree house thing.
extended. Yeah, exactly. When instead of shaving the tree stump, it would have like extended the tree stump and blossomed it to a nice tree. And
Yeah.
it would have had that, iconic landmark. Now it looks like it got like a bald shave cut, and it looks like kind of weird, but it's okay.
Do you feel like Walt Disney World went overboard on all the greenery that they put? Because I feel like Disneyland's is more aesthetic. Like, it looks more nice, appealing.
I think so because for two things actually. Disney World, as we all know, is or formerly in Frontierland, so I think it definitely sticks out more with the frontier land stuff right next to it. And Disneyland's surrounded by the Haunted Mansion, a whole bunch of trees anyway, so it feels like it blends more right in. Whereas Disney World's, like I said, I think it definitely sticks out like a sore thumb because it's not, the attraction's made for Frontierland, not Bayou.
You
So
you literally have this green mountain and then like a desert setting with under
yeah,
mountain.
like a little magical oasis, it's
Yeah,
out of
it's
nowhere. So
yeah,
hopefully over
and I
time,
think
maybe they'll plant some trees.
yeah,
Maybe whatever Beyond Big Thunder is gonna be, maybe we'll kind of help
make
ease the
more
transition.
sense.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
is kind of like this green thing in front of in a desert. If you driven to Vegas or Arizona, you realize that's not possible.
our Tianas will just be more fitting of its area by a lot.
Yeah,
Critter Country, New Orleans is right next door.
mhm, so
Yeah,
much greenery already that's why I think our definitely looks more. Even if it's the same amount of greenery, which I don't know if it is, but it already feels more natural. Also because we have like a river and yeah,
yeah.
the haunted mansion and trees, and it's like an
Hmm.
extension of kind of what's already there. Another reason why, again, like we were saying, I think it was definitely designed for Disneyland because they're like,
Yeah.
oops, like I guess the optics would be bad if Disney Worlds was a different theme than Tiana's. They like I feel like people would be upset, or maybe they wouldn't. People upset either way, but I don't know. Maybe what the original concept, the Western River Expedition. Maybe that's what Florida's really should have been, because that would have fit into the desert theme of taking away
Hmm.
Splash Mountain, but still have a desert vibe to it. And Disneyland could have gotten Tiana. It would have made them unique in
That
that way
it
too.
it would have been so cool if they did, like you're saying, two different themes, two different
Mhm.
stories of Tiana. Oh, it would have been cool because it's like I want to see both. So I want to go to Walt Disney World now.
Exactly, and it would definitely wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb. So we'll see. Curious about Beyond Big Thunder though. Do you think it will kind of fit and tie in with like kind of make the transition easier? Or do you think it'll be more desert stuff?
There's been a lot of talk over there in the
Mhm.
Florida beat of like, I guess some Toy Story stuff can come that way. Rated or Spring Racers can come that way. Villains Land. Honestly, I don't know what I want. Like, I would really have to sit down and think of like, what do I want beyond Big Thunder?
Mm,
Especially too, it's harder to really pinpoint what you want because Florida conditions are just different. So you have to think differently out there,
yeah.
uh, compared to like I feel like if Avenger Campus, the current one we have, got built in
Mhm.
Florida, they'd be crapping all over it. Like, what the?
Well,
There's no
yeah.
shade. Where's the shit? You know what I mean? But
Definitely.
those talks are not so heavy in Disneyland because we have nice weather all the time. Um, I don't know what like I guess I could say a Radiator Spring Racers Land does make sense. It's a huge, Cars is
Mhm.
huge amongst like kids and adults. Aesthetically, it's beautiful, and it can transition from Halloween and Christmas. So there's just a lot of good factors
Mhm.
to a Radiator Spring Racers. I would hope they make it bigger, add to the story, not
Mhm.
just clone it. That would be my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think Radiator
Either
Spring Racers is a strong choice to go to Florida.
Yeah, I think whatever they should do, it should be like kind of like a Fantasy Springs thing. So like not a single thing. It can be like a massive desert land, and like what Raider Springs Racers, and then maybe some other maybe whatever Coca or Toy Story or whatever thing. And that way they're not like tied to like one single thing, because single IP lands are like when they work they're cool, but then it really kind of it sucks the you're kind of very limited. Like what's that? Well, Galaxy's Edge when they made their own timeline and stuff like that, they're just
Yeah,
very limited. And now like how do you expand because you're stuck in this timeline? I mean, it's the funniest thing they're selling. You remember the Grogu merchandise outside of the land? because they
Yeah,
couldn't sell it.
I, I, the one that I'm still mind blown about is How to Train Your Dragon Land. I think
Oh, that
that
looks
land
gorgeous.
is one of the coolest things that we're ever gonna see, because
Hmm.
they're doing. I think is it 3 attractions or 4?
Let's see, you got the coaster, the boat, the skyfly. I think three in the show. Three in the show, like four, but
Or
three
don't they have
right.
like a little coaster too? So it's like two
I think
coasters, right?
yeah, it was kind of. I think do they? I know the big
Because
one.
they
They
have
may.
the
Oh, they
big
have a
one.
playground.
Yeah, a playground. They're gonna have
Yeah,
a restaurant, a Broadway show, meet
yeah.
and
That's really
greets,
a really
flying
complete
drone
plan right
dragon
there.
things. Like
Yeah,
what the
that's.
hell?
I can't wait.
I'm shocked, dude. It's
Yeah,
How to Train Your Dragon. I can't
and
believe how they fleshed that
uh,
out.
speaking of theme park music, that theme park music slaps at How to Train Your Dragon. So that's gonna be a bop over in that. As
It's
soon as
gonna
you
be
walk in
cool.
there, like
Very
man,
cool. And
let's see.
and talk about music more, theme park wizard Danny Elfman going to Dark
Oh,
Universe. What the
oh
freak?
yes,
That's like
that's
the
gonna be
mic drop.
insane.
It's literally a mic drop of like, and we're using Danny Elfman. It's just-
Like boom, see ya. Like
yeah,
uh,
it's
that
like,
land will be like straight up.
did the
That I
land
think.
get any cooler? My gosh.
I think yeah, God, those epic universe lands are quite they're like almost perfect, especially the dark universe one. It's like right there. It's always room for improvement, but like boy, it's really close. Especially at
Yeah.
nighttime, I think that'll be jaw dropping.
I'll still stand on the record. The Dark Universe did not need the face painting thing. It should have been something
Oh, the
else.
monster makeup. Yeah.
I was saying it should have been a junior dance party, but with the Universal
Mhm.
monsters.
Oh, that'd been cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a fun dance party with the Universal
Mm-hmm.
monsters. Indoors, you don't have to worry. You know what I mean? It's like a nice
Mm-hmm.
indoor show. Instead of like,
Yeah, that
let's
sounds cool.
let's pay $125 to face paint my kid,
Yeah,
and it's 110 outside.
that is because then they encourage you like to dress up. So yeah, that'd be pretty hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's a weird move.
yeah. But I'm excited for that steakhouse though.
Oh hell yeah!
That looks incredible. And then the Burning Blade Tavern over there.
Everything,
Yeah,
everything Epic
you know,
Universe.
like and the fact we still have Harry Potter to look forward to. I think that ride, the Harry Potter ride, I think it's gonna blow us all away.
I've heard big things about it.
Hmm.
That Disney will play catch up to that ride. Like Disney's gonna
Hmm.
look up to that ride. I was like, wow.
Hmm.
Well, I want to see it then.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
yeah, that's gonna be insane. Let's see. Multimedia Seth says, "Have you heard of a Dutch theme park called Effelting?" I have. I haven't seen it though, so I can't give an opinion. Have you?
uh, I've seen it only through YouTube, and it's a remarkable park. Beautiful coasters, beautiful theming. If I'm not mistaken, it's like all original, but it is very cool. I hope to go to that one too one day. It would be awesome trip.
And if Disney builds a Villains Land, what kind of attractions would you like to see? Oh my gosh, I would like to see. I don't want to see a suspended coaster or like a flying coaster, but like a family one. But like, I feel like that land can have more daring type of ride types because it's villains. It's scary, so it should have kind of like a little junior flying coaster or something, like through a mountain or something crazy like that, or like a really scary boat type ride with indoor
Yeah.
drops, like something crazy like that.
When I
Yeah,
think of Villains Land, it's hard. Who deserves to be represented in the land? It's a very hard question. Very hard
yeah,
question.
that is true. Ooh, who should be
Like
deserved?
the ones that like stand out to me big time are like Ursula, for sure.
Hmm.
Gaston, um, Disney villains, Maleficent. She could be a
Hmm.
dragon. Um, It's hard. It's really hard. I don't know. It's because like, are we trying to go for like a Disney whimsical villain land, or are they trying to go a little scarier aspect? You know,
I hope
'cause then I would
scarier.
I would say Hades then. You know.
Hmm.
What
Oh
what do you
man, like
think
what
of?
do you think? Like what is like a Hades drop tower where you drop into hell, like and come back up and
Yeah.
drop it? Like,
Yeah.
nah, yeah. I think though, oh, I just actually had to saw it just now, like a big ticket, like Rise of the Resistance level, but like with all the villains like featured, almost like what the Monsters Unchained is doing with all the monsters, but like
Yeah.
all the villains and just like this crazy ride system, like all this money, and then you just this the craziest ride ever with all the villains. I think that would be sick.
Yeah. Or it's the perfect tool. It's the perfect. I don't want to. Well, I guess I could say tool, uh, or perfect setting. Uh, uh, an incredible technology based ride, and it's Kingdom Hearts that goes through villain
Mhm.
lands.
Oh
Just
yeah, that
oh
would
my
be
god,
cool.
it'd be and use the Universal Studios Hollywood formula where you drop a movie and a ride
Hmm.
at the same time, like Mario Land, dude.
Yeah,
Kingdom Heart
hype.
movie, and then Kingdom Heart like badass ticket ride.
Hmm.
it would that,
Uh,
Kingdom Heart ride would be insane because it has a lot of villains. That's what it's based on.
hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and then just see the castle represented. Oh, that'd be a nice
oh,
show
dude,
builder.
Kingdom Hearts
Like,
ride would go hard.
like man, no, see, I'm surprised they didn't do like that because that's a popular game or a Villains Land already. Like, it's surprising that they're still talking. Like, they've just been talking
And
about it because
and
you think
and
that'd be
and the
like a
meet
no
and
brainer.
greets, yeah, and
Hmm.
the meet and greets would just be insane. It'd be insane. That could come out of Kingdom Hearts.
He goes, let's see, a collab with Amazon Prime. Oh, for their TV shows. I was thinking like ordering things. I'm like, what are you talking about? So,
Hmm.
do you think of some like collab with Amazon Prime for Asian like visuals? Then that'd be kind of crazy. Like the boys HHN house because they're kind of like evil on that show. So I wouldn't mind that. That'd be
It
crazy.
seems like
Amazon Prime.
HHN is kind of more in the Blumhouse Universal Pictures. Like they're
Hmm.
not trying to go out anymore right now. It's like a big
Yeah,
trend we've seen.
yeah. It's gotta save those licensing deals, huh? Let's
Yeah.
see. Disney bring back People Mover, yes or no? Or no, sorry, I guess it should Disney bring back People
I
Mover.
wish. I wish. When I go to Florida, Magic Kingdom, I always do People Mover.
Hmm.
Yeah, the one I could
Yeah.
care less about is Snow White, the Dwarfs Mine Train. I'd rather do People Mover.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is one is the longer ride, and there's some. It's a cool. It's a cool ride system. You know, you
It's
just
just like
go to
you get
chill
such
out.
cool vantage points when you're on the People
Hmm.
Mover. I wish it would come back to Disneyland. It would be a crowd pleaser for sure, and honestly, it would bring back a lot of trust and loyalty to fans with the relationship of like Disney is trying to do stuff for the guests, for the fans.
Hmm.
We're not just trying to sell
Man,
you lightning lanes and DVC
I know.
and
And then
DVC.
changing the name on you all the time. My goodness,
Oh
Lightning
my
Lane,
bad.
Genie Plus, Smoke
Lightning
Fast, Single
lane,
Pass.
multi-pass.
Oh
It's so
gosh, oh
stupid.
my
It's
goodness.
stupid. Hate it.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Have you have a book series called Kingdom Keepers about a group of kids who fight Disney villains? I have not. Have you?
Never heard of that. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. They need to make a show out of that. That would be a cool show.
Yeah, they should. Ah, that sounds great. All right, and then let's see. I think we covered. Oh, last thing, SeaWorld. What is next for? What do you think of the new entrance?
You know, I finally got to see it recently. I think it was SoCal Attractions posted it. I
Hmm.
think it looks nice. Extremely modern, modern
It does.
take.
I do.
Yeah. I almost want to say the old entrance. I kind of miss it. I like the waves,
I just,
and
yeah,
it
the
was very
waves are cool.
SeaWorld.
Hmm. Too
It
bad
was
they can
very.
like do like both. They can like incorporate like both aspects in there, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll see. And then what is, I know they have the jellyfish thing, but do they have any rumors? Anything that's coming on the docket for 2025? I know Legoland has the indoor coaster at Legoland, but I don't know. I've heard nothing for SeaWorld. Maybe it'll be an
Yeah.
off year then.
SeaWorld, I don't keep up to date with anything SeaWorld. I used to, for me as a kid, SeaWorld was always really, really cool. I always enjoyed it. As time went on, that Netflix special just ruined reputation of
I
SeaWorld.
know that. Yeah,
But I always say that
Blackfish.
that video changed SeaWorld for the right direction, because now they can't make
Hmm.
mistakes. So I
Hmm.
feel like that put them on a
Exactly.
good track. But I used to cover SeaWorld back in the day. I got too much hate, and I was just like, I ain't trying to battle this battle. This ain't my battle. And SeaWorld
True.
so far, I stopped visiting, but I had no desire to go back to SeaWorld. Um, like there's nothing that calls my name, like a new show, a new coaster,
Hmm.
or a food festival. Nothing calls my name. Uh, have you been to SeaWorld anytime recently or this year?
The last time I went was, ooh boy, it was oh my goodness, what was it 2023 or two or three?
Yeah, a little bit
So
ago.
it's like,
I
yeah,
don't blame
it was a
you.
little bit
Like,
ago.
what's
Yeah,
calling our
because
names?
it's pretty far, you know. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is like crazy. Um, I was gonna go to the Arctic Rescue media preview, but I was sick that day, so I just didn't go. So
Mm.
that was like 2020, yeah, 2022. It's my first time actually riding Manta. It's a pretty fun coaster. I was like, oh, better than
Yeah,
it looks,
that one's
you
cool.
know.
They have cool coasters now.
Hmm.
They're actually getting a stack lineup as time has gone on with
Hmm.
coasters.
Yeah, they
Uh,
went from like 0 to like 6 in like 5 years.
yeah, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah.
They they should. I think they should keep investing in coasters.
Hmm.
I feel like from an entertainment aspect, they usually do good during the seasonal stuff, but I don't know. I feel like coasters is a good idea for them. Because for sure, new animal shows, I don't think they want to go that route anymore. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, I think they'll be
yeah.
quite
I think they're
um
like weaning out everything as time goes on.
yeah, definitely becoming more of a, yeah, definitely more attractions, which is it again
It's a
the
good thing.
better
It is a
direction.
good thing.
Yeah. Okay, last two questions here. Which team's more buying wands or power bands? Which is more popular, I guess? Which ones are people buying more? I don't know. I see a lot
I
of
would say
wands. I see a lot of
both.
power bands. Yeah.
I would literally say both. People still buy the heck out of wands and
Hmm.
power bands. Every kid's wearing them, like at Universal.
Hmm.
It's like a must. It's a weird, it's a weird thing because Disneyland. You would think magic bands would be this, like everybody has them, and it's not the
Hmm.
case.
I
Not the
don't
case
even
at
see
all.
one.
Yeah,
I
I
have one,
wear
but I haven't brought mine.
I literally wear mine to just scan in, and then I could just take it off. It's like worthless.
Yeah, hopefully they add some more cool features to that soon, because otherwise, why buy one?
Now that
And
we're talking about wands, let me ask you a question, Wizard. Do you
mhm,
think on the speculation map they had like Death Eaters and Forests for Halloween Horror Nights? Do you
mhm.
think they incorporate that extended queue of Forbidden Journey into Horror Nights, or that's just crazy
Ooh,
talk?
ow, that sounds cool. It's certainly large enough. I mean,
Kind of
I
like
hope
a
they do.
Villain's Grove, like a Universal Villain's Grove, you know?
I hope they. That's a good idea because it's so large and it's barely used.
And
I
unused,
think.
literally
I
unused.
mean, they definitely should. That'd be really cool. And then because it's so like thick with trees, pump some fog in there and have Death
Yeah.
Eaters pop out, and they can like make you walk through there to get to the other houses in the Curious George lot. Oh, that'd be
Hmm.
cool.
Kind of like
That'd be
slows
very
down the
cool.
crowd a little if you have to walk through there, you know?
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be that'd be that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, because Villains Grove in itself is a great idea and a good attraction.
Mhm.
It's just they don't put characters in there, which is sad. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
I
so
don't get
weird to me.
I don't get how we're at this like 4 or 5 years into this event and they can't throw characters in there. It's just it's whack. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I can't believe they don't like try to add something new usually. I mean, it still sells out, but the price goes up and they for Oogie Boogie Bash and they don't really add the crazy new things. Just a little
Yeah,
sad, which is why I didn't get a ticket this year, but
you're not missing
maybe
out on
next year.
nothing.
Yeah. And see this question from Mondo: what if Disney made a 20th Century Fox theme park and put the major 20th Century Fox properties in there? I
You
guess
know,
this would be for Disney
I
World.
asked that I've asked that question, Wizard. It's just unused or it's just unused potential. They could do a lot
Mhm.
with all the 20 Fox properties, but they have to be DCA. I find it hard to believe that
Mhm.
those get dropped at Disneyland. It doesn't make sense.
Oh my gosh, there'd be an uproar, and rightfully so, because that'd be kind of weird.
Like
Smashing The Simpsons
like
out by
the
Madhorn.
yeah. or like you got Ice Age next on the other side of Matterhorn.
Yeah, like that would be very weird. Yeah, that would be like
Futurama and Tomorrowland.
it. Although that would make the most sense, it still be
It would
weird.
make sense, but it I feel like it just kind of breaks Disneyland from what it
Yeah,
is. I
yeah.
don't know.
And then you see like those Family Guy characters in Main Street USA. Oh god.
Like you meet Krusty the Clown at Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's going on? Is this Disneyland? Oh man.
That'll be like insane.
Yeah.
Wow. No. Well, thank you so much, Mondo, for joining on the Ask Me Anything Mondays.
No, I
And
appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun.
hey, it was great talking to you. And hey, can't wait to see you in the park. I'm sure we'll be going through lots of Horror Nights houses at team member previews together again.
Yeah, I gotta have
Uh,
you on my channel one of these days too. When
of
all the news,
course.
we got so much news on the horizon, so we'll have you on for sure.
Definitely. And hey, make sure everyone to subscribe to Mondo. You probably already are already.
Thank you.
I shouldn't even say
Appreciate
it. They already are. And stay tuned, subscribe here because we have some D23 stuff in just less than a month. How exciting. Mondo will have some construction updates from Disneyland and Universal and Six
Yeah.
Flags. And then we got some horror stuff in just 2 months. How exciting. Like just literally 2 months. All the Halloween stuff starts. So cool.
We're
Oh
so
my God,
close. So close.
man. And make sure to like it up.
Hit the like
Give it
button, everybody.
give it one of 5 fires. Peace out.